Now every school kid knows Blackbeard, but out in the Indian Ocean, different legends ruled the waves. These guys were the real deal, making their fortunes long before Captain Jack Sparrow hit the high seas. Take Henry Every, a name that struck fear in the hearts of merchants from India to England. This guy was the pirate equivalent of a CEO, organizing massive raids on treasure fleets. Then there's Rama ibn Jabir al-Jalahima, an Arab pirate who controlled the Persian Gulf like his own personal lake. These weren't just drunken brawlers, though brawling was definitely part of the job. These were savvy businessmen, ruthless tacticians, and masters of the sea. They commanded multi-ethnic crews, negotiated treaties, and built their own mini-empires. Forget walking the plank. These pirates were playing chess with lives and fortunes, and the stakes were higher than a pirate's favorite crow's nest. Indian Ocean was their chessboard. Riches of the East, show me the money. Now let's talk treasure. When we think of treasure, our minds often drift to images of glittering gold and sparkling jewels. But the real treasure of the Indian Ocean was far more valuable and influential. We're not talking about chests full of gold doubloons, though I'm sure they wouldn't say no to that. The true wealth lay in the bustling trade that crisscrossed these waters. The real prize in the Indian Ocean was trade. This vast expanse of water was the lifeline for merchants and traders from various corners of the world. This was the information superhighway of its day, and the pirates were eager to hack into it. Think spices from India, silk from China, and so much more. Coffee from Yemen, stuff kings would literally kill for. These were not just commodities, they were the lifeblood of empires. These goods flowed through a network of sea lanes, each one a potential gold mine for a savvy pirate. The sea lanes were like veins carrying the riches of the East to eager markets. The most famous was the spice route, a network of sea lanes connecting India to the Mediterranean. This route was the backbone of the spice trade. Control those routes and you controlled the flow of pepper, cinnamon, and other precious spices. Cloves, the stuff that made kings rich and food taste good. These spices were worth their weight in gold. But it wasn't just spices. We're talking porcelain, ivory, and other luxury goods that were highly sought after. Textiles, anything and everything valuable. The Indian Ocean was a treasure trove of goods that could make or break fortunes. And the pirates, well, they wanted a piece of the action. They were the opportunists of the high seas, always on the lookout for the next big score. Big business piracy and the price of tea in China. Here's something they don't teach you in school. Piracy wasn't just about stealing stuff. It was a sophisticated operation, often involving intricate networks and strategies. It was big business, with real economic impact. Pirates disrupted trade routes, causing delays and losses that rippled through the economy. Think of it like this. Every ship captured, every port blockaded, it all added up. The cumulative effect was staggering, affecting not just the immediate victims, but entire economies. When pirates hit a trade route, it wasn't just the merchants who felt it. It was the kings, the traders, the shopkeepers, and even the local economies that depended on the flow of goods. Even the folks back home sipping their tea. The price of everyday items like tea could skyrocket due to the scarcity created by piracy. Prices went up, goods became scarce, and empires felt the pinch. The economic strain was felt across all levels of society. Piracy was a reminder that even in the age of empires, the seas were a wild and unpredictable place. The constant threat of piracy forced everyone to adapt. It forced governments to invest in navies, building stronger and more numerous ships to protect their interests. Merchants had to hire armed guards, increasing their operational costs and affecting their bottom line. And everyone had to pay a little extra for their cup of tea in the morning. The cost of security and the risk of loss were passed down to the consumer. So next time you hear the word pirate, don't just think of a guy with an eye patch. Think of the broader economic impact and the complex world of maritime trade. Think about the complex world of trade, empires, and the high-stakes game of control on the high seas. Piracy was more than just theft. It was a significant force that shaped the economic and political landscapes of—
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up
against all odds. In conclusion, let's bottle what we learned today. Well, there you have it. A crash course in Indian Ocean piracy. And let me tell you, it's been a wild ride. We've met the players, explored the stakes, and learned a thing or two about the impact of piracy on the world and its history. Remember those spices in your cabinet? They have a story to tell. The silk in that fancy shirt? It's part of a larger narrative. It's all connected to this vast network of trade, and the pirates who tried to control it for their own gain. So, next time you're at the beach, take a look at the horizon, and imagine a time when pirates ruled the waves and seas. It's a history worth remembering, not just for the adventure, but for the lessons it teaches us about the interconnected world we live in today. If you enjoyed this content on Pirates of the Indian Ocean, how about watching my next video and compare it to the Pirates of the Caribbean? For more continuing historical content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.